Today's playing with fractions. Let's multiply. So to multiply fractions, we multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and then we simplify as needed. Let's jump in. 5/8 times 2/3. We're going to start with our smaller-ish numbers. So no problem. If we multiply our top numbers, 5 times 2 gives me 10. I multiply my denominator. 8 times 3 is 24. Great. We notice top and bottom are both even. Everything is divisible by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. 24 divided by 2 is 12. So my simplified version is 5/12. Okay, let's move on to maybe a little bit more difficult type problem. 4/7 times 21. Well, first off, you may notice that our number is exactly a fraction, but we can make any number a fraction by putting it over 1. So I have 4 times 21 over 7 times 1. Okay, good enough. I get 84 over 7. May or may not be easy for you to see, but both the numerator and the denominator are divisible by 7. We end up with 12 over 1, which simplifies to just 12. Before I jump off of this page, I want to come back to our 4 times 21 over 7 times 1. Because when we multiply fractions, we multiply the numerators, we multiply the denominators, there is something that we can do, which is simplify before we do our multiplication. So 4 over 7 times 21 over 1, essentially, mathematically, is the same as 4 over 1 times 21 over 7, right? If you think about it, because we'd multiply across, we would still get the same thing. We just rearranged our numbers. Well, you may notice in this second fraction, 21 and 7 are both simplified by 3, or excuse me, simplified by 7 because 7 goes into 21 3 times. So we can start, if we go back to our part up here, we can simplify first and we can say, okay, 7 goes into 7 1 time, 7 goes into 21 3 times. So this problem is the same as 4 times 3 over 1 times 1, which is 12 over 1, which is exactly what our answer is. So you do have some options. You can multiply straight across and simplify at the end, or you can simplify as you go. So let's try another one. Let's multiply 5 over 14 times 8 over 15. Now, if I multiply just straight across, I get 40 over 210. Those are large numbers. 14 times 15, I cannot do that in my head. I have to write down and do some math. But let's think about this problem. If I look at this and say I have 5 times 8 over 14 times 15, sometimes it's helpful to rearrange things and say, well, I notice that 8 and 14 are both even. 5 and 15 both ends in 5. So I'm just going to rewrite this for easy looks as 8 and 14, and then we have 5 and 15. You don't have to rewrite this. I'm just trying to make this as visual as possible for you. So now when I go to simplify first, 8 and 14 are both divisible by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Okay, then I go over to my 5s. 5 and 15 can both be simplified by a factor of 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So I have a new problem. 4 times 1 over 7 times 3. Well, that's 4 over 21. Go back to our very original when I multiplied straight across. 40 over 210, both end in 0. So I can simplify by a factor of 10 and that gives me the same answer of 4 over 21. Again, it doesn't matter how you get there. In this case, it definitely took more steps to simplify first. However, if you don't have a calculator, if you are taking a test that does not allow a calculator, multiplying 14 times 15 may result in an error. When's the last time you multiplied without a calculator with those types of numbers? I don't know. So it might be helpful if you have bigger numbers to simplify first, makes your numbers smaller, less likely to make a mistake. But either way, you have multiple methods on how to multiply your fractions. Just make sure you always simplify the fraction at the end if it's needed.